as the saga continues. Ah boy. So yesterday, or the previous video, we spoke about transgender. We did the definition, we got the information, relevant information, and Burn Team family, as usual, gave their perspective. And this channel is about perspective. Chika J standing, yes, she's energetic, right? Big up to all who came out this morning on the training session. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you're looking at this on Facebook, like and share. This platform is about perspective. We're dealing with emotional health, physical fitness, you know, the vibration, energetic. Yes, so there are things that affect our mental fitness or mental readiness. So when we say fit, fit means capable of handling. Yes, that's what it is. Capable of handling the situation. Big up Miss McCallman, first time early on the draw. Much love. Yes, and she had a time this morning. You would see Miss McCallman on the aerobic session. You see these ladies having a time in the live aerobics, and everyone is invited to our live aerobics on a Saturday morning and Sunday morning, respectively. Yes, John on the inside, right? John and you, the ladies, you know, missing the guys in the aerobics. So all the guys, you know, it's a wake-up call. They want the company Saturday and Sunday morning. Yes, big up Mr. Thornhill on the inside. Wayland, I know Wayland is a man very much. He doesn't miss it. We didn't give him the information of the when and the wheres because of COVID-19 and the restrictions. Yes, so the topic for today is
sexuality.
Now hold on, guys. The topic is not sex alone.
Sexuality.
Sexuality. So as it's customary in Burn Team and customary on Real Talk, as again people look at the jerseys, this is our Real Talk Dry Fit. Feel free to inbox Burn page. Interested parties on acquiring your merchandise.
Yeah.
So guys, the topic is sexuality. We're gonna get into the word, we're gonna get into the definition, we're going to get into your view, and then we would see where all of these things culminate in the center.
Yes. So,
Chika?
what are your views? What do you all think sexuality means? Let's get your view first, before we delve in.
Chika like the job being, you know, delve in, right?
Yes.
So in the comment section, we need to hear your view on what is sexuality. In the comment section, place your definition that you have in your mind, because it's good to have the view. So we would know how we're moving forward. John, what is your definition of sexuality? Miss McCallman, what is your definition of sexuality? Mr. Thornhill, your definition.
And Sean, so let us hear what Sean is saying to us. Alright?
Big up Mr. Henry.
So John is saying, I go in and watch ladies. Yes, love, an old veteran. Them woman mash me up. Topic, sex. Where's that? Right, so we are waiting on your definition. Everyone, what do you think sexuality is?
And for the new people who are entering on, welcome. This is Burn Team Real Talk. We're dealing with mental fitness, physical fitness, emotional fitness. So we're covering the holistic view of fitness. Yes?
Behaviors. So John is saying behaviors, be it man, woman, or both. So what type of behaviors are you talking about, John?
Sexuality is the name of the game, Miss McCallum.
Looking sexually appealing to someone.
You see?
She's putting question marks on the side here.
So the education of the nation is important. Yes?
And nobody is saying the answers are wrong, just remember that.
Right.
Nobody is wrong, it encompasses a whole lot of, different things. So it's not one straightforward answer.
So again, the topic is sexuality. And in the comment section, feel free to place your version of what sexuality is. So we wait in the comments, and in the meantime, between time, if you all missed the last few installments of Real Talk, Chica will post the link in the comment section to the YouTube channel, and you all can go across the YouTube and look at all that you miss, all the caca, bacchanal.
So John is saying genders no longer dictates sexuality as in time born by. Correct.
Yes.
So that's why yesterday we said there's a difference between even gender and sex. So that persons will understand that there is a difference. And sex has nothing really to do much with gender. Yes, it correlates a bit, but it doesn't determine someone's sexual orientation or sexuality.
So as we enter into the message board, Miss Shamika James right now, aka Chica J. And if you want to know about Chica J and the aerobics, we have aerobics on a Saturday and Sunday. Feel free, once the numbers do cross a certain amount.
Yes.
We will be having that on your weekend morning time.
Yes.
Yes? And for those who have missed the previous Real Talk, feel free to go over to the YouTube page, which we will place in the comment section to see what you have missed out on.
Yes. Right. So we have John saying, in these times the lines are blurred. It is now based on personal feelings. Alright, John. John is saying sexuality is now based on personal feelings, and the lines are very much blurred, and there we have blurred lines coming up to talk, to speak on John's point.
And again, I think people didn't even understand that sex and gender is now made separate, because in the times gone by we would have believed that sex and gender are somewhere in the same line in the legalities now, and that's what's going on. In the legal form of things, they have now legally separated sex from gender. In primary school, when you fill out a form, you would have ticked the box sex, male or female, with gender. Let me remember now, all who have passports from before before 15 years, right? Who had a passport and filled out a passport application form 15 years before now? Chica, right? I had a passport filled out 15 years before now, right? And in the application form, sex and gender was one. What was your sex? What was your gender? Was either male or female, and you tick a box.
Yes.
So even in our paperwork, it has a different layout now. So now they have removed the compatibility between sex and gender, and now it is made separate legally.
Yes.
Not just by people talking and marching. This is real talk, real vibes. Legally, sex and gender have no correlation anymore in 2020. That is big. And you see, the thing is, we just make noise for small things. We just stand up for things that we really need to stand up for. But 15 years ago, they changed the law that sex and gender had a correlation. Now the law is gender and sex have no correlation whatsoever.
Right.
That's why we're in this kind of stage where we kind of confused. Yeah.
Yes.
Definition time.
Yes, definition time. So, sexuality is a dimension of life, right?
Feeling some aerobics, all. Let's take a little thing here, right here, all.
You know, we are sexual beings, so always know that, right? We are sexual beings.
Feeling a little vibe, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Right? So, sexuality is experienced through thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.
Feeling wild today, I don't know why.
Right? So behaviors, practices. So John would have mentioned, you know, the type of behaviors people have, whether it be man, woman, or both. So there are plenty, and when it is we come to that part of it now in terms of behaviors and feelings, yeah, and thoughts, then we have the other term, sexual orientation. So there are a lot of different sexual orientation.
Slow down for them. Slow down for them. Here why? This is Chika J's area of expertise right now. She's doing a course like this. So right now you realize the lingo. You know, it flew in a kind of way and it flying over some of our heads. So we in class. Miss, here what is going on. Miss, because she does this, right? Sexuality is behavior. Thoughts.
Feelings.
And feelings. Pause. Yeah. Right, people? We taking it in small bites because the way she flowing all here, she going there. Yeah. So, sexuality in its basic terminology is
the way that you think.
Thoughts.
Feeling. Behavior. That's it.
Right? Thought, feeling, behavior determines the baseline of your sexuality. Because you know she flowing.
Sexual
she moving like she teaching a UV class people. Right?
Yes. Or your sexual behaviors.
Thought, behavior, feelings, sexuality. So in the comment section, since we understand now, because we were kind of guessing before in the comment section.
Yeah, and that's why I said there were no wrong or right answers, and what you all was expressing are the parts of sexuality. Right? Because that's why earlier when I said a dimension of life, it's not one specific thing.
Message board.
Right?
Miss McCallum is agreeing with me with the way you're coming. Yes, good.
You don't know what it is she's saying, yes,
ma'am. Exactly what I said before.
John, off topic. Of late, I feel this sense of fear with these topics because nothing really private now. I'm scared.
No, that's not off topic, you know, that's on topic.
Yeah,
because in reality, we need to start to have platforms where we respectfully, in our own community, have these discussions so we could find each other out, so we could kind of deal with the chaos that is, you know, happening right now. And we will call it chaos because we are from the Caribbean. Remember, we are not really sensitized. It has been said, it has been maybe started to come forth in the schools, in education, but we as a people, not as we the same training, accustomed to that style. Even when, like, if we walk around and we see two men holding hands, we so not accustomed to that. One time we want to tell them that big stone and like, stop that boy, you know what I mean? So it's an ongoing scenario. Yes, right? It's an ongoing scenario. So thought, feeling, and behavior.
Yes. So John is saying he's in fear of being victimized because the interpretations may not align with a lot of people's beliefs. Next thing you know, I in jail for not being attracted to males. Now, John...
Why? Am I telling you? Now again, remember I have come out and said that it is a learning experience of myself coming up from the style I grew up under the old school order when coming to these things, and it has been a challenge for me. I have known, as I showed you before, young ladies who are lesbians and straight lesbians. They're not on any men at all. I know people who are bisexual, right? And we're talking about sexuality for all of us to give their perspective, even to help myself, because I at times have been really hard on people, being honest, who have this kind of view. So it's not that I have the answer, I am here with you all trying to get the points of view, and then we have the relevant information. And you know, Miss James is well versed in this topic because she needs to be, because she has to teach this in the coming term.
Alright, so I was going to start with sexual orientation, right?
Oh yes, there's another one.
When it is, so we're going to touch on sexual orientation, meaning that is the choice of behavior, the persons that you are attracted to the sex, whether it is male, female, none. But today, because there are plenty different types of sexuality, we're going to touch orientation, so we're going to touch on heterosexuality.
Only need to get a book and pen. Pause.
Sexuality.
No. If you're now joining live, this is Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition. Yes, like and share the page. We're on YouTube. Make sure and subscribe. These are the Real Talk jerseys if all you're feeling the feeling to get the symptom. Now aside from that, all you need to get a pen and paper. You see when she starts, you see she start now breaking it down for her because she moving at a pace where you know it's very quick and people are not learned. My learned colleague, people are not learned, right? So we breaking it down. We talking micro breakdown, not your breakdown.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I look at us. Come on, careful how you say that.
Oh God.
So we did. Now again, for those who missed it, the topic is sexuality. Sexuality is behavior, thoughts, feelings. That is sexuality, the baseline of the word. And now we are going into
sexual orientation. So you all would hear the word heterosexual, which is straight. Straight. They say, hey, you straight? Right. Then there's homosexual, where it's either gay or lesbian.
Pause. In the recap of the slow learners, right? Heterosexual is, as we say as a guy or a girl, straight. You are straight. That means you are attracted to the opposite sex. Straight. Homosexual.
Is when you are attracted to the same sex.
Now here's the reality. You see, because even if you start to go further, sexuality is thoughts, sexuality is actions, sexuality, well, behavior, right? And feelings. Homosexual, so you use the word homo, right? And sexuality, which is sexual. Homosexual means you are attracted to the opposite sex. No?
Same.
Or the same, well, yeah, the same sex. So straight was right. So think about this. Some ladies think they are bisexual when you're homosexual. Kind of way. I just say that. I mean, no, that's what I'm saying.
No, but they know their feelings and who they are.
We are talking about the word, right? That's why when we go from homo to bi, you will understand why I'm saying certain things. Right? Because we're taking a baby on you, baby. Homo means you're attracted to the same sex. So guys who are attracted to guys.
Only, eh?
Only. And women who are attracted to women. Only. That's why I need, here we're going on. For the next live, we need to actually bring some homosexuality. Because the question, you see, I need, if you understand, I'm not saying it in a way, for me to get proper understanding of things, sometimes it's good to talk to the people themselves. So I would say, if somebody is homosexual, and they're only attracted to the same sex, at some point in time, they were dealing with the opposite sex. They didn't come out, they didn't go through their whole life being homosexual.
How you know that?
Everybody, I mean, really?
Not everybody. How do you know every person?
I'm saying, all right, let's do a ratio. Being attracted to and dealing with on a sexual, remember sexuality.
Yes.
So you see how confusing people. There's my problem here. You see, this is the learned here, and this is average, right? And the majority of people are thinking along a certain line. They are not learned in the terminologies and definitions. So I might call a guy a homosexual when he may be bisexual. You understand? I might say that his behavior, you understand what I'm saying?
Right, so that's why you need to speak to each individual themselves to know if it is they are bi or if it is they are homo.
Fellas, it's hard out here in this world, you know.
Right?
We holding our course, people, on sexual preference orientation. This is how this live is going to continue. Continue.
Right.
I'm tired already.
Then we have bisexual. So people just say bi, meaning that you are attracted to both same and opposite. So you are attracted to both man and woman. That is bisexual. So we have hetero, you're straight. You are only attracted to the opposite sex. Homo is where you are attracted to the same sex, meaning you are only attracted to, if you are a man and you are only attracted to men sexually gay. Females, they will call them lesbians because they are only attracted to women. Bi, they are attracted to both.
And if you're now logging on, please leave your comments in the comment section. What is sexuality to you? So we want everybody that is on the live right now to comment about what sexuality means to them. We are going through the definitions. We have done heterosexual and we have reached to homosexual. And now we are moving on
to bisexual.
Take it away, Chica G.
Right, so
that.
I already said what bisexual is.
Break it up.
Alright? And I don't know if they're so, like John is saying, lion, I talk nonsense, fueled by sense. But you have a calm, structured way of discussing topics. Do online classes.
So again, you see, because I have come to realize, right? Big up Lisa, Andrews, afternoon, evening, night and morning. Yes? And in reality, dealing with young people, training with young people, even of, children with disabilities, because we do, Chica is more on the social work side, I am on the physical side, working with persons with disabilities, physical training. I am the head basketball coach of the National Center for Persons with Disabilities. And what I have realized is that you need to, regardless you have a disability or not, especially when there are a lot of misconceptions and confusion. So that is why we're really trying to hammer home the information. Because these are people, as we said, and we need to understand their preference, what they prefer, what they prefer based on, and then the structure in which they live their lives. Because the way we structure our life in our mind is different to a homosexual or a bisexual, or even somebody who is now questioning the sexuality. And this is a good place, people. Right? So place in your comments, Lisa, what is your view on sexuality while Chica completes the bisexual explanation.
Right? So I know earlier online said that some persons will realize that they are actually homosexuals and not bisexuals. Now you'll find that some persons in different stages of their lives, they may actually have either sex with only either male or female, right? And some persons made that choice to be. That is another thing. It's choice. Some persons may say that they born that way, and some persons will come out and say, well, here what? I find ladies saying this, right? But they'll say, well, I fed up a man.
Ladies, comment in
it's only woman I want now.
Comment in the comment section.
Yeah.
I like this topic. It running the race that I would like to have with you ladies, because our ladies pong men bad. Ladies, place in the comment section why you all make that statement. We have men on the line, and we need to have a broader understanding of the way you all think.
Yeah.
Why you all think that you need a woman now other than a man, right? If that you're not bi and you're not homo, why now make the statement in a heterosexual relationship?
Right. So we have Vanessa asking a very important question. So she's saying, what if it's not a sexual attraction? So there are different types of attractions, especially when it comes to sexuality, right? So you will find persons, they may just have, they may not be on a sexual level per se, but they just want that kind of companionship without the sex. And it is a different type of sex. Now, we have a whole list. Now, you're over here and saying I'm versed, right? I do not know all by heart the different types. And there are also persons who are not sexually attracted to anybody at all, right? That it have that type of sexuality. They're not interested.
So we pausing again because, it's a freight train. It's a freight train. When a freight train get away, you can't stop it, right? So we have touched on homo, heterosexual, and bisexual. Now, again, sexuality is what you would call behavior, thought, and feelings, which is emotions.
Yeah.
That is the baseline, right? Message board.
So we have Shanaka saying true, and then we have Sonali saying sexuality is the belief or attraction a person may have to a sex. Yeah, so that's to believe, the attraction, the feelings, right? So it may not necessarily be a romantic feeling or a sexual feeling. John, John wants to know if he's not wonderful to Lisa. So please respond to John.
So John is sending some nice words to Lisa,
Yes.
Love connection. Right. So now we're saying, in not so many words, the question was asked.
Yeah. What if you are not? It's not a sexual attraction.
And you see, it goes back down now to the way the person processes life.
Yes.
And all right, the message board on fire.
So we have Lisa. My view is that first, we are all persons, and everyone chooses to be gay or bi or homo, lesbian. And two, do they really love themselves? Now, all right, Lisa. Yes, we are all people, right? Persons, yes, they do choose whether it is they want to be
I have been fun
gay,
today.
if they want to be straight, or if it is they want to be, they attractive. People choose. It have people that behaviors. When it comes to the behaviors, sometimes they may not have any, love, as they say, in it. It's just a type of behavior, right? They might have some people, they have sex with whomever and whoever, right? In terms of them loving themselves, not because they have a man having sex with a man, that is his choice, and he may say he loves himself, so he is doing what he sees best.
Now we are on the topic of sexuality. This is basic, unconventional, raw nutrition, and we deal holistically with fitness. You would realize fitness channels only looking, you will see us in the gym, you'll see us talking about dietary intervention, but fitness on a whole is a holistic view. So that's why we took this avenue in which to deal with mental fitness, yes, emotional fitness, and fitness means ready to handle the situation. And the situation now is that our world is changing, and we have to now be able to handle living in a world, living in a country, living in a community where people are now being more diverse and being more open with their sexuality, their sexual preferences, their beliefs.
Yes.
And now we have to be fit enough to handle the message board running wild.
So John is saying, behavior is right. Right? So in terms of Lion, I know you said some persons will recognize that they are homosexuals and not bisexuals. Can you tell us why you said that?
Why I say what?
Why you said?
I put my alignment, man, in the lounge, man.
Yeah, but it just that's how some persons find.
Because the reason why I would say that, I would always put
by
myself in a situation so that I could try to gain some perspective. And if you see, now I'm putting myself, so I'm not putting anybody out there, so nobody, even while they're watching this, could say, burn team, bias and bigoting, and right? Right. So I would be a bit confused. To me, confusion would be in my mind, and I would have needed to have a clear picture. And I think because of our society, even if somebody's struggling, because to me, here what I'm saying, let's say you have an attraction to male, you will call yourself homosexual. But before, I used to date females, and I would think that's heterosexual. Right? The physical aspect where I think big up Miss Vanessa talk about taking the sex out of it, that is just having a good relationship.
Right.
Right? So you ask my question. Right? So in the end, is only when I can find clarity in where I want to put my mind, where I want to put my belief, and where I want to tie in my sexuality to decide for myself, because it can't be indecisive just because we have labels. And this is the problem. It's labels. Homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, asexual, whatever you, right? A million, right? They are labels. And one thing that humanity has not waking up from, the moment you put a label on something, it's not black and white. And
exactly. So right? It have, you know how there's fluid, and that's why I say at some stage in some person's life, they may like one particular sex, they are attracted to them, and then at another point in time, they are attracted to someone else. So why it is now, when Vanessa asks that question, right, what I will say is that you may not be sex. Now remember, it have feelings involved. So feelings could be that emotional tie you may have to the person. Right? It's an emotional tie. So yes, you can still, now I'm not saying Vanessa is bisexual or anybody else who may have an attraction to other females are bi, but what I'm saying is they might want to have, they may be sexually attracted to a male, alright? And then they may have a feeling, not sexual, but a more companionship type of relationship, but it has to do with feelings as well, to a female, vice versa, flip side.
Message board.
Right, so Lisa is saying it is now out in the open, so they are free to express themselves. And she's saying, my point, if they are in jail, how we call it? No, we dealing with homo, we dealing with hetero, and we dealing with bi. Right? Now, it have persons who say they are just men who have sex with men. They do not call themselves gay. They do not call themselves homosexuals, homo. Right? They are just men who have sex with men. That's it.
And that would be my preference.
Yes.
So you would hear in some of the lingo, because there's a lot of lingo. See, she can take a sip, she have a laundry list. In the lingo that we see prominent in society based upon this type of lifestyle, you would hear something coming up a lot called sexual preference. Reason being, as Chika just said, you'll have males that have sex with males, and they will not call themselves homosexual. They will have females that will have sex with females and not call themselves lesbians. What is the paradigm shift in the community? Because I like to monitor communities. And what I am seeing now is cause and effect. Think of it this way. The community came out and say, I am gay and proud. You know, they had the whole march, right? They had the whole vibration. And they stood up for what they believe in, whatever it is they believe in, right? They got some heavy licks. We're talking about from the community. They were abused. They were treated badly. They were not allowed to work in certain places. They were not allowed in the military. The military had a policy, don't ask, don't tell. So we're giving all this is in the US Army. The US Army had a policy for gays and lesbians. We don't ask you, so don't tell us. The policy is don't ask, don't tell. So what is happening, I'm seeing now, is a causality, a cause and effect. So here what, we getting licks. So now I would say my sexual preference is. So now they can't stigmatize you and say you are homo. You see the label? Now they can't put a label on it no more. They can't say you're homosexual. They can't say you're bisexual, because in jobs now, they're asking, in certain forms they're filling out, they're asking even your political affiliations, yes. Right? They're asking you what is your sexuality. And what they're doing now is saying, my sexual preference is ABCD. No, I'm not a lesbian. No, I am not gay. No. So it come like the pivoting, because they get so much licks. They get so much hammer. So all these labels, I think in 2021, it's going to be revised all over again. They're just letting because no one is saying they are homosexual. When last you hear somebody say, I'm homosexual?
They wouldn't say I'm homo, and plus people, and that is why, if you look at the event in the description, are you comfortable with expressing your sexuality? And that is important, because if it is you are unable to freely express yourself sexually, then you're going to have some emotional challenges.
So what the view is right now, I'm seeing, is that they're kind of going back in the closet. Because when they came out, they get bellics. So now they're going back in the closet, and now they have a personal view, which is called sexual preference. So now they would say the sexual preference is A, but I am not that label. Because they don't want to be victimized, they don't want to be condemned, they don't want to be ridiculed, they don't want to be abused.
So I have a question. Do you think even if they change it from orientation, that label, and say, well, my sexual preference, so let us say a man come and tell you.
My view?
No, a man come and say, hey, I prefer to have sex with men.
He doesn't say that. The reason why reason why I said preference is because preference is private. Unless I decide to divulge it to you.
Yes.
And what you were seeing in the movement was they had bumper stickers, they had t-shirts when they did the march, and caps, and they were coming out of the closet and showing who they are instead of hiding.
Yeah.
And as soon as they show who it is, jobs stop hiring them, the military stop take them on, and these is good people. But they were now victimized. So now they come like they have to go back in a closet, and within their own circle, they might whisper their preference. They might text it to somebody who they know would understand, and they're not doing it. You don't see people doing that on Facebook, because the minute a man do that on Facebook just come kill him. Everybody just come at that man post. Women, lesbians just get through on Facebook. Lesbians can be out in the open and happily. So ladies, I don't know.
Okay, so for your view, right, so now we have Vanessa asking, what would you call someone who's just attracted to people, no matter where they are in life? Now, there are different types of attraction, so that could be a whole other topic. Types of attraction. Because you may be attracted to somebody, you just might be attracted to their energy. They find they have real vibes, and you're attracted to the real vibes, right? In terms of...
as I said, right?
Yeah.
The topic is sexuality. We want to stay on topic, sexuality.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to put attraction into the mix, then if you say what your attraction is, then you'll be able to find where your mind, and see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's confusion.
Yeah.
So I'm putting myself in the picture. Let's see, myself, attracted to man, and woman, and dog, and I need to have a clear-cut view, and the clear-cut view now with the same sex, they would say, no, my sexual preferences, instead of going through all the different labels and that kind of thing. Message board hot.
All right. So we have Lisa saying, my point, a family member could have them this way, and most of us will not know if they were interfered with, so that is why they have to be, or to hide in the closet.
and the reality of some of the studies. I'd like to refer to studies because, studies, right? But some of these studies did really present the information that some people of the community, there were a percentage that were molested as children and warped their view on sexuality, and it played an integral part of their selectivity when coming to the lifestyle that is governed by the community that we are speaking about, which is the
LGBTQIA.
That's the community.
So we go into the message board. So John, what? Let me look to press. Yes, I wouldn't understand. Sorry. You be you and I'll be me. Just don't come at me with that vibe. No disrespect, people. And that is true. Sometimes some people, you don't need to, if it is, we know that it have some persons, even who are gay or lesbian in particular, that they may, try to, because they are attracted to the same sex, and somebody else may not be. It come like, even a man to being attracted to a woman, you're not sure if you win and get through, right? But because society is not comfortable, we have not reached that place where we are holy, and so they come, because I don't know what I'm going to do if it is a woman come trying to get me. I don't know what I will do and
Let
how
me tell
I
you
will
what Chika J will do. You see, that's the thing. I am devil's advocate, and where Chika would be the soft one, I am the hard one.
So
and Chika J, if a young lady, if there are any young ladies on the live that are by and like it, well, let's see there, she will kick all in on her head if she had to stand up on her stool. She detests that. And that's why I was saying from before, I have my shortcomings when coming to understanding this community. That's why we open this platform, so that we could open our minds to respect each other.
Yes.
Right? It's not about I becoming anything. It's about I would respect your view, but please respect my view.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So Chika wouldn't say it.
So
Chika
Lion
wouldn't.
now said, I will kick the I am not going to kick anybody in their head.
Chika
I will let them know that I am not
Chika
interested.
Listen to me. She always takes the diplomatic route. Chika detests. So if all you're thinking about coming, all you say for yourself. Right?
You have me talking really horrible here. Listen, people. From experience, I have not kick nobody down, right? Because Lion, let me tell you something, right? We had this experience, right? And Lion and Junior will come out and, they make all kind of talks about it. I did not kick the individual nowhere at all.
Chika had a crush, right? I go in and tell the story. All want to hear the story, or light up I was see real heart, otherwise I'm not telling the story about the girl who was in love with Chika J.
So and nobody said it has. Nobody wants to hear the story.
Moving along. If all you want to hear it, send some hearts about the girl who liked Chika J, and we had a real fun time with this. Right? But anyway, moving along.
Very nice. Thank you all.
Thank you. They go send it. Wait, they go here.
No,
John, you want to know? John, you want to know?
Nobody said, not even look.
You will do it fast. You will do it fast. Anyhow, moving along. So to the people who now come on the live, you could explain that it is about sexuality.
Yes.
We have done heterosexual. We have done bisexual. We have done homosexual.
Yes.
Look, I seen a hand there. There's a hand.
That's one. That's one.
There is one.
You're like too much bacchanal, I will leave it.
John boy, here now. We on the topic, but they had a young lady that was in love with Chika J. I could talk that story. Or let's stay till the end. Trouble in the camp. Moving on.
Yes, so sexuality is about feelings, attraction, and behaviors. Alright? So we are now on the topic of the different types of sexual orientation, and we are dealing with. Why is everybody laughing? It's not funny. And we are dealing with homosexual, heterosexual, and bisexual. Just those.
You want to say it on there? The girl was head over heels over the short here. Boy, yeah, what you say? Right, so the next
yeah.
Right.
So we were talking about people being comfortable with expressing themselves sexually, right? And we know that in society. So earlier on, Shanaga was actually saying that the men does, cause they love to see the woman. Don't know why lesbians look more okay than seeing gays. So fellas on the line, please tell us. Why it is you prefer to see woman and woman and not man and man? And that goes for everybody. Even the women too, because it have some women okay with seeing woman and woman together, but not man and man. Let's see if
so this would be based upon sexual preference. So serious, I get back after encouraging the wildness. Right. So it would be sexual preference based on point of view.
Yeah.
So in reality, what Chika is asking is that why the society of men would rather see girl on girl, as you say, lesbians, and we don't have a problem, as opposed to the reality of the situation. So comment in the comment section, what are your preferences now? It'll be nice to know what are your preferences based upon the question.
Okay.
Right?
Based upon the question.
So, John, you could feel free to say why you rather see women, and ladies, you could feel free to say
why.
Say both.
And
rather,
say if it is you don't mind seeing a man and man together.
Right, because it would be based on preference now, as opposed to then. And fellas.
Alright.
And ladies.
Nika is saying I'll take a walk. Nika, where you walking going? And then I have something in my mind that I want to throw out at you all there too. When it comes
Nika, tell us in the sexual preference, what are your sexual preferences based upon male and male, female and female? What's your view, honestly, in the comment section? Because everybody is different. Everybody has their own, view. Yeah?
So, John, if I like money, I would love to see money rubbing up on more money. I must get excited. Hashtag heterosexual.
Right, and that is John's preference.
So John, so what you are saying, you do not even like to see woman and woman together? Let us know if that is what you are saying. Because I do have some men that not really interested in seeing two women together. Right? Yes, Lion is very serious this afternoon, Nika. It's a discussion, a healthy discussion.
What we need to understand, and I think people, yes, I like to laugh and get trouble, right? But if we don't understand and we don't hear different points of view, our minds remain in our box.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to have the different points of view so that we can now understand some of the people and persons and how versed we are in adjusting to the new scenario that is happening. So John here now, boy, let me give you back now, boy. We going in the gym in a specific class now, right? And this young lady looking good, eh? The class have people in it, and the young lady tackling Chica J. And when I say tackling, you know, fellas just tackle girls. Hi, what I have to do to get my legs like yours? I will give you little pieces as we continue now, boy. Forward in this time.
Yes. So the other thing is, so we know it have men who likes, now we're talking about behaviors, right? And we know it have some men and even some women who like threesomes, right? And now we have men, they don't mind having two women in the room. So what about the woman who wants to have that threesome but they want two men?
There is a woman on this live that shared with me that she didn't mind two men. So, again, people,
Alright, oh, message board getting hot. Let us go to the message board. Keep the thoughts. Shanaka, borders look wrong to me, but somehow it does not feel so accepting with the men. So she's saying, borders look wrong, but you know, women getting a little blind. Right? The men just look real off. Angel, right? Men are leaders, men are kings. It's a shame to see a man sleeping with the next man. Women make mistakes ever so often. It's expected of them. So, men don't make mistakes.
Who made that? Who made that? Who made that comment?
Right. So we have Angel saying, men are leaders, men are kings. It's a shame to see a man sleeping with the next man. Women make mistakes ever so often. It's expected of them. Then we have Nika. I like to see lesbians sexually. It's a complete turn on. No, I'm not a lesbian. I love men. But as my mom and sister say, I'll take a woman any day. John is like really building it here. Right?
John, let some hands go off, boy. Let the hand go off.
Narayan voice, I go dead.
Let the gun go off.
Lisa, how do we feel in society when we see a man putting hickey on a next man's neck? So, well, I've never seen it before. So I ain't see that.
So, a very engrossed team. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you are looking at this on Facebook, share this live. So everybody on the live, share this live, please. Right? It's a very nice topic. So where you want to take it from? Because I hear things from all angles. Right?
Yes. So we see that persons, they might find it's uncomfortable to see persons of the same sex, display, public display of affection, and all the different things. But the woman, they get a little blind, and the man is a no-no. No, I've had the experience with my lovely, people, young people, and they said, nah, not no man and man. However, the girls, it is the cute.
Right. And to Nigel, it's not Angel. Angel who talked about men are kings. Angel, the origins of this behavior goes long before we were even on this planet, before we were even born. In Greek history, they had places where they had their orgies, and their orgies were, if you think we see in craziness, research where these types of behaviors came from, especially when it was established in a civilized community. And the Greek formula was like the epitome of civilization at the time. And they had places where members of the elite, not regulars, the kings and the Caesars and the ones who were really affluent, used to go and participate in that type of sexuality. So, even referring to the old kings, boy, them old kings, them was trouble, right? So, again, in reality, we want to use the platform to really get everyone's opinion. So Nika's opinion was that, she got
turned on by, seeing lesbians.
And to me, that shows difference in preference. I would prefer A, someone else would prefer B. And we can respect each other's preference, irregardless of what I believe or Chica believes. That's why I'm saying I am trying, because I did tell myself I ain't gonna try with that rubbish, right? To try to at least respect another person's preference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
John, I do not know what is John, but Chica, what experience the lion run the story? Lisa is saying, but although they need to use protection, because there's AIDS out there, that goes for anybody, whether it's opposite sex, same sex, wherever sex,
yeah, boy, John
protection
boy.
is important.
John boy had the juice. So we would walk in the gym, right? Every so often, I'm going to get a piece of the story. We would walk in the gym, and this particular individual would be looking for Chica J. Chica J could go in the toilet and come back. She timing Chica. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as she see Chica, she had to dive and run and hug up Chica and rub all Chica back And me and Junior used to be going crazy because if you see how this girl touching up Chica. Carry on.
We have John Lisa carefully noted his laugh end up getting sweet love, naked. I will see women and for some reason they turn me on. Not Chica, eh? Thanks, Nika. I can see she is not in that. But there are ladies who I know are bi. John, Chica, you have a little weave I could borrow? I will check, Nika. John, unfortunately, I don't have any telling you. As you will see, this is me all the time.
So for those who are not coming in live, this is Real Talk from Burn Team page. And if you're looking at this on Facebook, like and share this live. It's very informative. If it is you are looking at it on YouTube, remember to subscribe. The topic is sexuality. Yes. We have done heterosexual. We have touched on bisexual. We have touched on homosexual. So.
And you have people laughing here in the comment section. Right?
So for the new people, please
Nika,
comment.
Charles, it is you he's speaking of, right? He say he like your vibes.
To the new people on the live, other than the little moments of love going on the page, we respect that. Place in the comments what is your sexual preference, because that is where we at in the topic, right? So sexual preference. A lot of people have brought forth their preference, and I am adding in a little bacchanal with an actual young lady who actually was sexually attracted to Chica J and was trying very hard. And it was really fun to watch as we continue.
Alright, so Sonali, yes, thanks for coming now on board. It's not my taste of watching men on men and women on women. From my understanding and belief, men are the stronger sex, and watching two strong beings exchange such an energy, whereas women who are considered weaker beings exchange for such energy is a no for me. Right? Comment section, real hot because people clearing up all kind of views and things inside the comments. Right? So, John is now clearing up what is happening. Right? So, yeah. Right? So, John is saying I'm reading his mind. Behave. Yes. So, we know, I was asking earlier on if persons are comfortable, sharing their sexual preference, and in terms of are they just, attracted to the opposite sex only? Are they attracted to the same sex only? Or are you all attracted to the both sexes? And now remember, this is a platform we're having healthy discussions, and we are being respectful of persons' beliefs, preferences, choices. Right? We are not bashing anyone, and we are not degrading, discriminating, or any form of that inside. But team is not, we don't discriminate.
So again, as I would say, I have my own personal I have to deal with certain things I have in my mind. I have come from the old school generation. No retreat, no surrender. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. I have come from Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Venture Scouts. So we have been taught and indoctrinized. So I have this coming forth now and trying to get at least a common respect for people's preference. As a start, I think that's all it might be for me. I would just keep it at, I respect your vibes, and I have mine, and I am not going to discriminate against you. I'm not going to do this, that. But what would be the case is that you don't have to put your vibe on me, because I'm not putting my vibe on you. So we could coexist in the world, but we have our own view.
So back to the hi Sherry, welcome. So we're speaking on sexuality. Nika, we got your point much earlier on, but thanks for reiterating.
Nika,
she is saying that I'm not her type, right? I got my type, but only God can judge me. John is,
Nika, saying, you can place in the comment section your type. You see, here's what, because we need to understand where we are as a society. And there are things we might joke about, and it might things but these, to me, I learning.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a good place. If you want to say my type is tall and slim, flat belly, I like that. Nobody is hating on you here. If you want to say is a straight heterosexual man, John, stand up, straight and narrow, we salute that. If you want to say, because then you will be now freer to give your perspective and you will have a new. It makes no sense we have 100 people viewing this or 1,000 people and the 1,000 people have one view. I rather have 4 people on the live with 4 different views. Yeah?
So, message board. Sherry is saying, I don't have a type, but it's based on personality. But I won't mind trying the other side just to see how it goes. Just kidding, eh? I'm just open. And now, Sherry, you could be very open here. You might say just kidding, but you might actually try. So earlier on, I was saying that it has some women, I have seen it with my own 2 eyes and heard it with my own ears. That they say, hey, what, I fed up a man. And they say some people believe that man cannot please them, and they even go as far as saying women do it better because they understand a woman's body. So some people choose women, right? The women who choose women, some is because they are tired. They say they're tired of men. Some say that a woman understands a woman's body, so they will know how to please a woman sexually better than a male. And some just, try. And some people just try out and just to see how it goes. They are very fluid. They are very open. So they'll just try.
So now, the message board running wild. The message board running wild. All right. Go to the message board because...
Banika laughing. She's saying to leave her alone.
Never.
Right? And John is saying she lies. She loves Trika. That inbox on fire later, love. Right? And Nika is not saying no. I ain't lie. I always see her. So now people, just as men have their preferences in women, women may also have their preferences in women. Vice versa. Men may have their preference in men, just, So, women may have their preference in men, they may have their, how it goes, they have preferences.
Now, the topic is sexuality. Let's not... Right, the topic is sexuality, and I like the interaction, so we get in different views, we laugh and we enjoying ourselves. What I would always note to self when I'm confused, I have one law when I confuse. I always try to find the universal principle that is based on my confusion. So, people who have sexual preferences, right? They would prefer a certain type of girl, a certain type of man, a certain type, and they have a sexual preference, meaning male, male, female, female, whatever is the case. But anytime confusion comes, I use my universal principle. Right? Chica knows I always use universal principles because it kind of keeps things in balance, even though it look like madness. So hear me out there, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, and bunty matic. Some women would say that women know a woman better. I would disagree, right? Some women will say women take the time to wherever. I would disagree. Because in reality, anytime 2 forces come together for pleasure, they must always have a dominant force. The dominant force in our frame of time, in our frequency, is male and female. So we are experiencing life in this frequency, and we have male and female, but now we realize the mind and belief alters your view, right? So when we see in girl-on-girl relationship, lesbian relationships, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, they would have a dominant, or what you would call the male in the relationship. Now, well, I could correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, right? 90% of the time, no, it's a 10%, right? But 90% of the time, in a lesbian relationship, there's somehow one of the 2 ladies that dresses like a male, acts like a male, behaves like a male, but yet she is a female. So, even though we want to romanticize, I realize we romanticize in the lesbianism. right? But in real lesbian relationships, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about relationships. I have seen 90% of the time, there's a male looking one who dressed with his shirt and and then they have a female dressing like a female. So my universal principle always is there must always have a dominant force when coming to that type of thing, because that's the frequency we in. We're not in neutrality, you know. We all, and if they dress like females, they'll always have one that is more dominant than the other. So in the message board.
It right. All it do bust my head. But ladies, feel free, yes? Fellas, I'm sorry, you know, that lifestyle not for you. We have, yes, I am very understanding of each other. You know, everyone's opinions, yes? So Nika is telling me thanks. And Sherry say, I say that all the time. And yes, I have a friend and she's begging me to give her a chance. Lisa is saying the life is hot. John want to know when he can see me. And then my business also in the comments, but we wouldn't say that here. And John saying the take off the AC in the chat, so it's hot. And yeah, so John is saying yes, lion. Lion equal dominant force. Then Nika is saying she's sexy, yes, she is, but she's just ain't my type. Shanaka.
Oh.
A lot of times, because of religious beliefs, keeps a lot of people in the closet, and that is very true. So earlier on, I will give that story, right? John.
We do have short tights. Chica will share it. Burn team short tights. This is burn team short tights, ladies and gentlemen. For them and those who feeling the feeling and getting symptom. Carry on.
Yes. Just say, I'm a male, but I feel I'm a male that's a lesbian. Johnny will have to explain that to us.
I believe in that too. I believe in that statement. I will tell all you why.
Alright, so, John, you know, John, I never hear John disagree with you yet. So you have a very much a big supporter on the line. But John is agreeing with all your statements thus far. We have Nika who is disagreeing with you, saying, okay, but what I'm saying, there are ladies who are bi and dress like ladies. So yes, he did come back. Yeah, he did come back and say that some of them do dress like ladies, but they are just one will be dominant, and the other one will be, of course.
And in reality, Nika and lesbians and bisexual ladies that are present on the live, right, in the bedroom, which you all are versed in, right? They will always have a dominant force in the bedroom. And that's why I said the universal principle, I use that because I did not notice put gender in the bedroom. Some of the times the dominant force is the woman in the bedroom. Sometimes the dominant force is the man. You realize I didn't say gender. I said dominant force. Listen when I speak. When I reach universal principle, I do not mean man and woman anymore. I mean that anywhere, even in the business, in the community, in your team, in your house, your friends, the group. If you don't have an alpha in the group, like if it have 5 ladies linemen, it always have an alpha lady, right? That is what I mean. It must always have a dominant force, even though they're sharing whatever intimacies you all are sharing. This always has a dominant force.
So we have Sonali saying, so true, right? Back in USC, a classmate who was into girls that year, her partner was a dominant. And was dominant. Although they both dressed and behaved girly. The queen bee.
Yeah, must have a queen bee, yeah.
Lisa saying, I want to ask, if a woman comes up to you and tell you, you have nice lips, what am I to see?
Thank you.
Right? You guys, okay, she understand what you were saying now.
Yeah.
And Jen is saying, why Chica trying to make me look suspect? Let me call my lawyer. No, John, I'm not trying to let you. You were saying that you feel that you are, you know, let me go back to the comments. I do not want to misquote anyone. I'm a male, but I feel I'm a male that's a lesbian.
I feel so too with myself. Right. So what I'm saying now is that it is now easier to put forward your preference. Now, imagine now we were to go back in the live and talk about all these labels. We'd be like this. God, my head hurting. Oh God, I can't take it. The reason why sometimes we put labels and stuff is because we don't understand it and we want to label it to understand it. At some stages, as Chika said in life, your preferences change. Message board again.
Right. So now Lisa wanted to know about, if a woman walks up to you and tells you that you have nice lips, what am I to say? Nika said, I think I'll inbox you when it's over. So Nika, can you please? I don't know what conversation is going to happen after.
With who?
With Nika and Lisa. But Nika, it seems like you want to answer Lisa's question. So can you please share with all of us?
Big up yourself.
Because I want to know what it is you are, what will be the response, what should be the response. When it says, well, for me, I just say thank you. Because I do tell, when I see a lady with her nice shoes, oh, she looking good, I say, yeah, that dress fits you good, that shoes looking hot. Right? But when it comes to body parts, now Lion must give it only whatever story. Right?
Which it shall continue as it progresses.
Now, the thing about it is, because, when you're not so 100% comfortable, you might see others and you're alright, but when it comes to you as an individual, it is different. Right? So, of course, if it is, you recognize and the person open their mouth and say, I'm interested, you respectfully let them know that it is, I am not interested, and this is my preference, in a respectful manner.
So, on the sidebar, boy John, boy, we taking the sidebar to the side. We was in the class now, and the young lady was the instructor of the class. So, we doing a move called tabletop. That means you have to do a hip thrust from on the ground now, right? And every time Chika do the tabletop move, the instructor watching Chika butt, right? So she watched the butt till she couldn't take it no more. She said, oh God, girl, all this butt you have, girl, well, give me some now, and smile.
John, I'm going back to the message board. I love alpha ladies. Girl, rough me up, yes? Wait, what nonsense I talking about? John, we know that's what you want. Sherry is saying, say thank you and compliment her back. Sonali is saying, Lisa, you are not the only one who wondering. I have been approached and called cute. John is saying, I want to answer a lady. Or it inbox me now. Right? Hi, Vanessa. So, Vanessa, this is another Vanessa now.
No, V. Vanessa. You're in Tennessee, Boston, Massachusetts. You will tell us where you are right now in the world. This is one of our team members from overseas. And the topic is sexuality. We have covered homosexual. We have covered heterosexual. We have covered being bisexual like we stick. And you must put in the comments what is your sexual preference. So right now, Vanessa, we in sexual preference. And you just give us that in the comment section as we progress, regress, and digress.
Yes, so Sonali, I want to ask, what did you tell the woman who would have approached you and called you cute? What would have been your response to them in that instance?
Really?
Yes. Nika is saying to Lisa, just smile trick, but there are women who will let you get deep in your head and may say, let's try it.
Now, we have been hearing views, which is very admirable. But what we need to understand as well is that there's a difference between someone really caring and loving for the same sex and someone preying on somebody's sexuality. So there are a lot of vultures out there, right? So there are people who just on the vice. And when I say vice, they mean they just want to have the women in the bedroom. They're on vice. They're not on actually adding to the person. They're not actually caring about the person. They're not even putting the person's needs before theirs. They don't even want a proper relationship.
Yeah.
They just want to use the sexuality to fuel their vices.
True, very true.
Check that.
Let's get to the message board. So Vanessa is in Tennessee.
Oh.
And she is sharing her sexual preference, which she's saying she's a lesbian.
Big up a girl, straight out.
John, straight ladies, heterosexual ladies, please register here. Even lesbians. Welcome.
Boom.
So Nadi said, give a polite thanks and kept pushing. Shanaka saying curiosity, Shanaka, so because the life kind of moving so fast, yes, a lot of people, yes, some people are very curious, so yes, they will try out different things. And Nika is saying, okay, I'm bi, but I love men. If I get heartbroken, broken hearted again, that's it for men. So you'll see what I'm saying. So Nika is coming out saying, if it is a heart is broken by any man again, that is it. She going.
In reality, people are people. Anybody could break your heart, Nika.
Yeah.
Male or female, so you can't just say that. But anyway, Boston, Massachusetts, or
No.
Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. V, you are lesbian or straight lesbian, or you see, because remember, right now we are on preference because we did the labels, right? Came out because we have lesbians, we have bis, and we have straight on the live presently. So now I get a view. I like this kind of thing. I get in now a broad scoop, right? So Vanessa, tell us, is it relationship based, and I'm talking about serious relationship with the other person? Is it based on just vice? And now I want to add a new label to the labels that we have, which is trisexual. So anybody who is trisexual in the life, because we can try, I might try this, I will try. Right? Put some hearts and put in the comments why you think you feel that way.
Right,
God, it hurts.
John is saying, Nika, I apologize for all the negative experiences you faced.
John trying to get you.
Right?
John, you're looking for it, boy.
Gosh, you're hot inside of here.
Right? So, as we're waiting on Vanessa, okay.
Yeah, she just commented.
Right.
The sad thing today is being gay was such a bad thing to be, especially growing up in a Caribbean household. I've been a lesbian for a long time, but I had to hide it until I was in my early 20s.
And we spoke about this in the previous live. That when you reach the stage where that's your belief and that's your choice, then decisions must be made based upon the lifestyle you live.
And I have a very important question, right? So in our life last night, even earlier on today, she said, yes, my relationship is serious, marriage, children, bills, etc. So seeing that you say that you are a lesbian, right? Can you tell us when it is you recognize? Because we know you said that you were hiding it from before. How old were you when it is you?
Before.
Yeah, before the 20s, yes, that you were sexually attracted to women only. And you are saying that you have a serious relationship. Tell us about the marriage part. Are you married to another woman? Because you said marriage, and that will bring up your point in saying that some persons may say that they are lesbian and they might just actually bi or just bisexual.
Yeah.
They may think they are one thing but they are the other. Sherry, if I try, I feel I like it because I see lots of people are more happy with that person you can relate to.
That is nice. And we get in perspective from different angles of the universe.
Right, so she is responding. She's saying, we are saying that she was 11.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is the reality.
Yeah.
So, V, where you are right now, how do society respond to you being in that part of the world? How society responding to you and your relationship, and give us a better understanding of what society, if society is being accommodative or if society is really, giving a negative connotation.
And you'll remember we are going to be, respectful of everybody's views and, all of that in the comments, alright?
Right, so as we wait, we have been speaking about the different labels placed upon the sexual preferences and different avenues in which people express themselves. And this is Burnt Team. If you're looking at it on YouTube, Remember to subscribe. And this is a series. So it is the LBGTQIA.
You got true.
Straight out. So we're doing a series on getting our people sensitized, and we want to foster respect for one another and our choices and our decisions. Message board.
Yes. So Shanaka is asking, what about polygamy relationships? So Shanaka.
Oh yeah.
Now that we would have touched on that in our
Let's keep my I was lying, but let's keep my that
would have been in a horn segment.
Yeah.
We would have spoken about polygamy, and that person is a choice. You will have to decide whether it is you are up for it. And we know that in our society in the Caribbean, women
we ain't much fun that, you know. If you realize we still in that old way of dealing with people and old belief system. Yeah, so we're just getting a little more clarification for us to have respect for another person's preference.
Yes. We say in society, as you state now, lesbians don't get treated as bad as gay men in the world. Most people find lesbian relationships sexy. Right, so yes, earlier on you were saying that people are more accepting of persons who are in a relationship with another woman. And then we are saying, so I haven't had any issues walking around and holding her hand or kissing her in public. Sherry is saying, yes, I really find so. It is hot.
So if you're now walking into the live, there's Burn Team, man. There's Burn Team. We're talking about physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness, psychological fitness. And when we say fitness, we mean the ability to handle. And we are in a society that is changing across the globe. And we need to be fit enough to understand at least the minimum amount to give respect unto one another.
Yes.
Tell me what you're drinking here, John.
Shanaka is, responding to we saying, yes, so true. Not, people are more accepting of it. Nika, if I have a man personally, another woman isn't an issue, but he have to have respect for me. It's us, not you alone.
Ooh. Interesting. The message board running wild.
Right? I do not know what I feel I missed some of the things that moving so fast that John tells Shanaka something and whoever responding
like nice vibe.
Yes.
So the last comment, Nika said she did not mind that polygamy aspect of a relationship, but he must know that it is about the team and not himself. That's what it is.
Basically, that's what she said.
Fellas, Nika sounding very new age.
Right,
for guys on the live.
Just know that I must know, and they need to have respect for me.
Right, so it's very new age in thinking. She can afford to go to New York and live. Right? That's the way women think.
Yeah.
Outside of our country. Because I was the meeting before the meeting, I asked Chika. I said, let me do some calculations. We take all the males of the age of 18. We marry them off. Every man have one woman. What happened to the rest of the population? Moving forward.
John think you're drinking apple juice.
Nope. So as the message board lighted up, or then I guess what I drinking? And I guess what we drinking here? She got licking it down quick. Right. So for those who know coming on the live, this is about sexuality. Please post now your sexual preference into the comment section. Because if we try to label everyone, there are people a bit on the fence.
Very good, Sonali. You have very good eyes. Yeah, see nicely. Yes, it is coconut water.
Sonali, that was process of elimination. You know, I ain't drinking water, so
Right, B. But what bothers me with today's new lesbians, they are trying it because they are mad at men. ugly, or don't have much going for themselves. So they are looking for someone to take care of them. That sucks for women that are 100% lesbian and looking to build a life with another woman. So, and yes, yeah. I love what you are saying, V, and we were just saying that that's what a lot of women do.
I think out of frustration. Now we have someone who is a lesbian and big up V. I'm a soldier. So they're hearing Rasta.
You can see the residue.
Right?
In the glass.
Papa, yo, I good. Big up V again. So V, give us your take. Now in reality, your relationship is a relationship, right? What about that side, which I think we're not speaking about, in the sense that some people just on having fun and being free and trying all different sorts of things? How does that fit in the lesbian community? And feel free to tag your friends in the lesbian community so that we could get some more information on the real lifestyle we're talking about here. We're not talking about girls looking to have all kind of crazy 5, some and 10, some and 20, some with people. We're looking at people who have serious relationships. You understand? Loving relationships, respectful relationships, right? Because the vice part of it, people using that vice. You see that vice part? They're focusing more on that and not about you edifying the person, you uplifting the person, you growing with the person. Everybody now fixed on just that part. So you could give some clarity to that. How you did determine that it was a serious one from the vice. You know, because we guys, the only reason, guys, we only condoning the stupidness, and if we say the stupidness and if we believe something, is that it's the vicey part of it, right?
Yeah.
And not looking at, hey, they're having a good relationship. Hey, they're standing up for one another. Hey, they're building together. Look, they start a little company. Look, they're doing this, they're doing that. Yeah. We're focusing on that, We're focusing on who go to, man. Hey!
Right, we are going to the message board. But plenty of people saying water, special kind of water. Sherry, I know it had a guy that married, and down the marriage she wanted, I guess she's saying the same sex. She wanted, so they went their different ways, right? Nika replying to be, I'm just tired being broken hearted. I'll give my all and boom, that's it. What did I do? Right? We are saying don't mean, she's not, it doesn't mean a woman will fix it. Right? Now Nika is now saying that honestly I prefer women. We are saying the ones that are having fun needs to make that clear from the beginning. So yes, we did speak about being honest when it is, you are getting into any type. So some people just have sexual relationships and they don't want anything else, they're just there for sex. So please, she's saying please be honest, let them know in the beginning. Nika saying I did that with my first threesome, but I prefer them. John is saying he respects all relationships.
So we will be informing you of when, because it's a series, so we would need it to be present on Friday. So our next live will be on Friday.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. As we continue now, we want to shed real light, people. We come from the Caribbean, as we said, she came from the Caribbean, and you know what are our mentalities. Mm-hmm. I have been struggling with that as well, because I came from a very hardcore kind of old school background with old school mentalities. We're talking old time religion.
Yes. Now, we are saying all the women that are out there considering dating a woman, it's hard work. It's not as easy as it looks. Yes, sex is fun when you have it, but at times, it's 200 times harder. Attitudes, menstrual, etc. So...
It's a 2 cycle to deal with. Fellas here, no, V, sorry, your boy just be a little while on again. You want to see, right? Fellas, we just done have to deal with one menstrual cycle, one crazy. You know when they're in the cycle, how mad did this be? Imagine 2 menstrual cycles.
Right, so ladies out there, what we are saying to you, don't think it's a smooth road and a tired man and they saying man don't know how to treat you. Yes, if it is you are building a relationship, and relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's man and woman, woman, man and man. All relationship takes time, it takes work, as the saying goes. It's not no smooth road. So don't think that one is better than the other and they go and get through there and they thinking it's all a bed of roses. No. You need to put in the work.
So, always share this live for me, please. We trying to bridge the gap in understanding behavior and trying to show respect for each other. It is the LBGTQIA series on sexuality and behavior and learning to respect one another, even though my belief will be different to Chica's belief. Message board again, or thing running wild? Thing running heavy?
Like I saying, well, if you know, you know, right? We are saying it's a madhouse in caps, right?
This is coming from a lesbian serious relationship.
She's saying it's a madhouse.
This?
It is a madhouse, woman and woman living in the same
Exactly.
house.
So people listen to somebody now. You see, there's a difference. That's why I like how viewers say Kamishan sent. She think about 5 times. Here what I say. This is a person who has a serious lesbian relationship. And they're telling you it's a madhouse. I want you to understand that. That is the difference between you're having fun in a bedroom and you're going back home and having a real relationship. Exactly. Every relationship is a madhouse and 2 women.
John, I have a headache. Yes, I'm trying, but I hardwired old school.
Yeah. And I mean, same here.
We understand that, and we know earlier on you would have said that, you respect all relationships. So we have Andrew Botas on the live. Andrew, we know that you were looking and you were very quiet.
Andrew.
So, Andrew.
Which party is now in the world, boy? Big up. ASYM basketball team. As a youth, I have looked at AYM basketball. He is not in Trinidad. I'm sure Andrew is not in Trinidad right now.
Yeah, I think he's either in Florida or Texas.
So, Andrew, send your location on the chat. We want to hear sexual preference. We're talking about sexuality. And big up ASYM basketball team, boy, old school boy.
Right. So, we are saying I have been dating a woman for over 10 years.
Who's that?
V.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice. So again, people, this is not I call you on the phone and you send me 2 pictures on WhatsApp and we meet up and we have our fun. She have a longer relationship with another woman that 3/4 was with men and women. Mm-hmm. So let's check it correct. Yeah, touch the road. Thing running.
Right.
Message board running.
Shanaka.
T-shirt
that's why they probably have a man to level the balance. And then Nika is saying choices.
So this is our short tight chic. I will give you the look at the short. This is our burn team short tights, straight and narrow. For them and those who interested and could pull off this kind of tights, feel free. And this is our real talk.
Yes.
And we sending things over there to where we posting things. So try your best. Yes. So this is sexuality. Out of the series, the LBGTQIA series, where we're trying to understand sexuality and preference and having respect. People, we having fun, but we want to have respect for each other and our beliefs and our views. And that is where I think people crossing the line a lot, because they think that because they believe in X, they should, feel free to condemn somebody else. There are no one here better than anyone in this world, regardless your status, your religion, or where you think you are. Yeah? So
So we are still waiting to hear from Andrew. Andrew just jump on.
Andrew, big up yourself.
Is quiet now.
Right?
Right? So now he's saying number one thing, respect. Yeah, we need to respect one another. Even persons who are a part of the LGBTQIA community, right? You need to respect, the heterosexuals as well. So, Lisa, but hear this, guys. When a woman gets hurt from a man badly, she goes that way. I just want to know if I'm correct. So, Lisa, I feel you won't hear. You miss a little piece. We are saying, I don't feel that we need a man to balance us. It takes communication, understanding, God, and a lot of drinks.
Big up yourself, V.
Right.
He said it's a madhouse, and it's a very, very reassuring thing that if all you think that dealing with a man is easy, try dealing with yourself. Yeah?
So Lisa, no, it's not only. So some persons, they say when men treat them badly, yes, that's what they may choose to do. Right, but not all the time. It means that a man hurt them and they decide that they're going to have a relationship with another woman. And we are saying yes, sometimes they will after being hurt many times. And we was sharing earlier on that is, it's very sad. That is the reason why they are going that way, to have a relationship with another woman. It's not maybe the best thing, right? Because they still have to work while in that relationship. Alright? So, choice. Because some women, they could go through plenty and they're still going to try again with another man. So, it is still a choice, right? Some people choose to hide in the closet and say, no, let me just don't express this part of me. And some persons choose, here what? I need to be free. Let me express my sexuality. Let me express myself. Right, so it is still a choice. Yeah? Let's go, let me see.
The message
John,
board is
I never
running
feel
wide.
useless reading that comment above, yes? So, Andrew, big up ASYM all. And only ladies, 1 or 2 or 3. Yes?
Again, Andrew's preference is
Woman.
excellent. And how many numbers of?
1 or 2 or 3.
Nothing's wrong with that. And you see, that is the problem. Because the same, that is your view, that is your preference. Right? And we are not here to say our behavior is wrong or right. But what we're here to say is that respect is paramount. If you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you're looking at this on Facebook, we have more to come Friday. So set up all yourself come Friday, we come in again. Message point.
Yeah, so John is saying my balance off, but I'm surviving. Yes.
As it be. Yeah.
Yes, that was
Right? So again, people, we are on the topic of sexuality.
yes.
And we are posted in the comment section our sexual preference. And our sexual preference is what would determine the way our minds are wired and that type of thing. Yes, we have done heterosexual, homosexual, we have done bisexual, and now it looks like we are on lesbian.
Well, homosexual.
Well, homosexual is lesbian, yeah.
We're touching
right
now, that is our
vein, right?
That is the discussion right now. It is not going in any particular order.
Well, the online viewers are carrying it in the order it's supposed to go.
Yes.
So the topic is sexuality. The topic is what are your sexual preferences as well, and we are touching on the community that is the LGBTQIA. Last live we were on transsexual and transgender, and now we are on sexuality. Yes.
So we're saying Shanaka saying story time again. I do not know what story Shanaka is written on.
Yes, Shanaka, I know what you're talking about.
Just don't force anything. Let it come natural.
So the story was that we were given a real account of a young lady actually looking at Chica J in a sexual manner and wanting more than just friendship. So the last scenario was we were doing what we call a tabletop. Right? And Chica was pressing up. Right? And when she pressed up, she wasn't going down as fast. She was going down a little slower, controlling the tabletop. And the young lady said, Chica, I need some of that bam bam. And she was looking at Chica doing the exercise very lustfully.
I didn't think that was the exercise though. I think it was something else.
You want to talk about it? Yeah, no. Anybody who wants Chica to give all you the real account, because she like to butter up things, right? Who wants Chica to give all you the story of how this young lady every class need to hug Chica and rub Chica back and carry her into the class? Yeah, send some hands. Moving on.
Vanessa saying she's sexy, her body. Vanessa, we don't know who you speak of. Alright, people, so yes,
Who's speaking about? Who's she really speaking about?
Okay, yes, Shanaka was saying yes. Lion, she wanted to hear the story continue.
Yes.
I'm very sure I told Shanaka the story, maybe it wasn't you, somebody else, I don't know. But yes, okay, so V is saying yes, she's speaking about me. Yes, thank you, V, thank you.
Yeah, yes. V, and sadly, it was very interesting to watch Chica's behavior when that type of advance was being made funny as well, just that.
Yes, Lion and Junior, who I do not know where Junior is right now, right? Every time they will discuss this when gym is over, and they will be laughing, having fun at me, and let me know that I get through and all kind of thing, right? But no, because I know that's not my sexual preference, I was just leaving them, let them talk and laugh, and I said, don't worry, I will get to you all at another time, right? Because let me give you all a story. So Lion talking about me, right? But he ain't give you all his one,
What story is that?
Right?
About who?
I mean about who?
I don't know.
Right, so at times, St. Jim had a little, session.
People.
Right? Outside, a little burnout.
And
it's hard
if you're looking, she can try to create a story, people.
I'm not creating any story. If it is Junior,
message board.
It seems like I have to call Junior.
Message board. We will deal with that another time.
John saying, I depressed, yes, she get through. Andrew is saying, I do mystery. And Lisa is saying, John is not easy boy. He getting a headache. And John wanted to know, was the lady similarly fit?
John, I could start a conchy abs boy. When I say she lean, she was the leanest girl in the gym. Straight up, Chica get through. And I tell you, if Chica was a fella, right up, straight up, and could whine. Moving on.
Yes, moving along. Yes, let me give story. So do you all want to hear about Lion's story?
It don't have no story. She's inventing it.
I am not inventing anything.
She's inventing.
I am not inventing
She's
anything.
inventing.
Ladies, do you all want
moving
to
along
hear?
amicably.
Do not even try that. Do you all know? I wasn't going to do it, I wasn't going to tell the story.
It had no story, though. She invented this thing. She could have fabricated this thing.
So do you all want me to, do a live call to Junior on the phone? And let Junior give you all the story.
Right, so the next
yes,
time.
yes. And you see how fast? It come through real fast.
He said she was 11.
It come through real fast. And John is very scared now. Because...
You know them fellas ain't coming around your soul, boy. You know them fellas ain't coming around
here. Now listen. So,
you know that.
So listen. So this is the thing, right? Sonali wants to hear. John ain't too sure if he wants to hear.
Nah, boy, John boy.
2 thumbs up. And
John boy, it is as juicy as trust me.
Right. So people want to hear this story.
Ah boy.
So let me tell you.
Before you get the story, continue with the message board too.
I was telling you that everybody waiting to hear this story. Yes,
story is that?
Fast.
What's going on there?
Right. So let me tell you about Lion and the Show.
Rumors.
Now It's not
points of view.
It's not points of view.
Fabrications.
Yes, people. So, Lion is saying that, no man is going to come around in that manner.
True.
Right? So, let me tell you something. Ladies they are more comfortable approaching other ladies. Right? The men, they don't do it as outright as the ladies do. So, of course, my song a little bit, more juicy or whatever. So
it is juicy. Fellas, juicy.
Right? So now you always see when we're doing videos, Lion always have his shirt inside of his track pants.
Oh boy.
Right?
Here we go.
So it's not just only one man. It's more than one. And they come and say, so never know how that vest they stay inside your track pants and don't come out now because they know they're looking at the body. You understand?
And my face would be.
Right? And it's...
See it? Let's see it.
Right? So it's have... Right? Even, yes, you see that, let me go off track. Yes. We had a session outside in the yard.
Uh-huh.
And it's had a guy, and every time you watch him, he moving a little closer now. And that's what I do. When he get a chance, he put me in the middle, and he and the fella. You understand? Right? So he now try to,
evade, fellas, because I don't want to kick down nobody. So, moving along, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you're looking at this on Facebook, share and like the vibration. Because, in the end, we're trying to respect one another. And I have said before that, I need clarification. Even though my belief system might be of one orientation, that does not give me the right to condemn or give me the right to judge or give me the right to ridicule anyone who believes differently. And if we are to coexist in this world, we need to respect each other.
Yes, we do. We really need to.
Chica trying to come back earlier, but she can't come back.
Listen,
hot
right
like
now,
hot, blazing hot, hotter than
that's
hot.
what you feel. Man don't approach man. But in Trinidad, man don't approach man as often as a woman will approach a woman.
What you see, our culture, what I would say in that vein is that our culture, if a man or a male was to make it, he wouldn't because he'll be afraid of the reprisal. He's not going and look at a regular group of fellas and try to advance on a male. He will be demolished. Right? So I don't think that is far from our future in the Caribbean. Women tend to get through easier in that vein of trying to get in that kind of way. So again, it is about sexuality. Feel free to place in the comment section what are your views. We have people of bisexual orientation on this live. We have people from overseas on this live. And we have people who are straight lesbians in committed relationships over 10 years on this live. And the thing is, we now gather in perspective because when we say emotionally fit, or we say fit, we mean ready to handle the situation at hand. And our world is changing. And we at Burn Team decided to have this platform for people to share their views without being ridiculed, share their views without being judged. For me coming up on the mountain with our Bible and our whip, and people could just share their views and we could be able to have a serious discussion.
Yes. So people, it was nice, right? It was nice, and what we can remember, it's a series.
It's a series.
We will be continuing this coming Friday
yes.
at 7 p.m. So we are looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you for your participation.
And look out for story time with more of advances from Chica J. Yeah, so it's your boy Lion.
And your girl Chica J.
Well, remember to subscribe to the YouTube page. Remember to like and share. And Friday night at 7, we will continue this thing.
Yes.
So we go on.